take a look at the PDF document on the screen. The first page of this document shows a chart with the sales by quarter of product A. The table above the chart shows the unit cost of product A, the number of units sold, the total sales, and the total sales by quarter. Above this table, on the left, we see a logo of the company, the report date, and the product markup. On the right, we see the product name highlighted in red. Above the product name, the report shows the date and time in which the report was printed. At the bottom of the report, we see the name of the file and the path where the file is saved. The second page of this document shows the information of product B. Notice that the report of products A and B are organized in the same way. The third page of this document shows the information of products A and B together. The charts compare the total sales of these two products by year and by quarter. This video and the ones that follow will teach you how to create these reports in Excel. This will allow you to see how the most common tools in Excel are utilized and how to use them efficiently so you can save time. I will start by creating a report of product A. I already have an Excel workbook ready for this task. I've named it Reports. In order to visualize Excel and Adobe Acrobat at the same time, I will adjust the size of their windows to half of the screen size, like this. I also need to adjust these documents to visualize them better. Now it is time to build a report in Excel. I will start by entering the date and markup. Then I insert the logo. Now I will make it 2 cells tall and center it in column A. Now I will enter the data of the table. Finally, I enter the product name. I have finished entering the data for product A in my Excel workbook. Watch the video that follows to see how I make this report look like the one in PDF. By now, you should be familiar with building formulas in Excel. I will build a formula to calculate the total sales in cell D6. The formula is the multiplication of the unit cost times the units sold times the markup. I'll build it like this. As a result, I get the total sales of product A. Watch the videos that follow to see how I make this report look like the PDF file shown on the screen. By now, you should be familiar with formatting cells in Excel. I will format this Excel report so it looks like the one in PDF. Notice that the logo in the PDF report is yellow. So I just color the cells A1 and A2 yellow. Then I format the date. Now I draw single line borders. Then I draw thick line borders. Next, I center the text in the table headers. Notice that the PDF report shows unit cost and units sold written in 2 lines. We have 2 ways of achieving this. The first is by just writing the second word in the cell below, like this. The second option is by merging 2 cells and wrapping the cell contents within them, like this. Now I need to adjust the column widths. This will make the words unit cost to be displayed in 2 lines. Next, I align the title Product A to the right. And I color the cells blue. Then I color the letter A red. Next, I make the headers and title text bolder. Then I format the numbers. Finally, I color the cell that contains the formula to calculate sales green. As a result, the table in the Excel report looks like the one in PDF. Watch the videos that follow to see how I make this report look exactly like the one in PDF. By now, you should be familiar with creating charts in Excel. I will add a chart to this Excel report so it looks like the one in PDF. First, I select the sales by quarter and their headers to create the chart. Now I will resize and move it below the table. Next, I add a title to the chart and adjust its font size. Then I add titles to the chart axis. And adjust the font size of the axis labels. Finally, I adjust the size of the chart. As a result, the Excel report looks like the one in PDF. Watch the video that follows to see how I set this report up for printing. By now, you should be familiar with setting up documents to print. In this video, I will set up the Excel report for printing. So, I set the area to print. Then, I select the printer and the paper size. Then, I preview the document. Since the preview shows the document aligned to the left, I center the document horizontally. Notice that the PDF document shows the information larger than the preview in Excel. So, I enlarge the area Next, I add the file path and name to the page footer. And adjust the font size Finally, I add the date and time to the page header. As a result, the Excel report will print on paper like the PDF file. Watch the videos that follow to see how I create the other two reports. By now, you should be familiar of how to work with sheets. In this video, I will create a report for product B. I will start by changing the names of my workbook sheets. I'll name them A, B, and A and B. These names now specify the type of information that is stored in them. Since the report of products A and B have the same structure, I will use the created report of product A as a template to create the report of product B. So, I select the cells that have the information of product A. I copy them and paste them in sheet B. Now, one of the two tasks left to do is changing the numbers and title. I didn't have to change the sales value because it contains a formula that updates by itself. Notice that the Excel chart is not the same as the PDF chart. This is because the Excel chart is reading the values of product A in sheet A. So, the last task left is to update the data source of the chart. As a result, the chart gets updated and the Excel and PDF reports look alike for product B. As you have seen, by copying a template, I saved time because I avoided applying formats all over again. Watch the video that follows to see how I create the summary report. In this video, I will create a report for products A and B. Since the report of products A and B is similar to the ones previously created, I will use the previously created report of product B as a template to create the report for products A and B. So, I select the cells that have the information of product B. To copy them and paste them in the sheet A and B. Now, it's time to make changes. First, I delete the markup and just copy a blank cell and paste it in the markup cell. Next, I update the title to show Product A and B. Since the table in the PDF document has 3 rows that almost have the same format, I copy row 6, to insert it in rows 7 and 8. Now, it is time to enter the data in the table. I will do that by linking the cells of the summary table to the results of the cells of the reports of A and B. To do this, I will open a new window to see two sheets at the same time. Next, I enter a simple formula that links the values and results from the report of product A to the summary report of products A and B. So, I enter the equal sign, and then I click the cell of report A that I want it to be linked with. Since the two tables have the same structure, I just copy this formula to all the cells on the right. I do the same to link the summary report to report B. The advantage of linking the summary report to the reports A and B is that whenever a change is made in reports A or B, the changes will be automatically reflected in the summary report. Notice that the table in the PDF document has a percentage column. Because of this, I need to insert a column in the Excel table. Now, I update the table borders to match the ones shown in the PDF document. Next, I update the headers and titles as well as adjust their alignment. Then, I calculate the totals. The percentages, Now, I update the data source of the chart. And show the chart legend. Finally, I create the pie chart and make it look like the one in the PDF report. This is the end of this video. By now, you should have a strong foundation of how to use Excel, and you are ready to learn on your own. Watch the next video to get more information about what you can learn from the rest of this video series.